So if you're joining us right now, we are at the Canadian Bocce Championship here in Victoria, BC. We're about to start a game in the BC3 category. We have Jennica Gagne from Nova Scotia throwing out the blue balls, and Ryan Rondeau from Alberta with the reds. And red will begin this first end and will be throwing out his jack ball to start the game. Donc, si vous venez nous joindre sur nos championnats canadiens de boccia, on a les parties en BC3, les joueurs de rampe. Jennica Gagne de Nouvelle-Écosse et de Ryan Rondeau de Alberta. Ryan a les balles rouges et là, il s'apprête à lancer sa première balle au cochonnet. C'est une bonne première balle. Je suis certain qu'il voudrait avoir la distance un peu plus proche, mais au moins être en bonne position. So Jennica now will be throwing out her jack ball from Nova Scotia. Not her jack ball, her first ball. She's going to try to beat this shot. And the ramp players, like they get a sport assistant that adjusts the ramp for the athletes. The height, the direction, places the ball on the ramp, the height on the ramp, but the athlete is responsible for pushing the ball and releasing the ball on the ramp. So we have here some adjustment made. The ramp are not allowed to touch any of the lines. None of the equipment in the box can touch the lines. And if they do, they cause a penalty. And the penalties are nobody goes in the box. You get an extra shot at the end of the game. And there it is, Jennica. Oh, she see, so that ball was in her line of shot, and she's going to have to try that again. So there's no lateral adjustment that needs to be done to the ramp while in play. The only time that the sport assistant must break the lateral adjustment is between ends. If their athlete comes out and looks at the playing area, then she must readjust and move the ramp from right to left. And Jennica uses her fingers at some levels, and then she uses a head pointer depending on the where the ball is. And that's her second ball. So she tends, as you can see the way the balls are rolling, it's definitely, they're playing with the balls are harder, more dense. And if you've been following bocce here today, we have seen the BC4s who played with super soft balls. And then the ramp players tend to have an arsenal of balls that are a little bit on the harder side, depending at what level of play that they're used to playing. Donc ici, Jennica se prépare à lancer sa troisième balle. Elle a frappé la balle rouge pour la faire avancer. Il n'y a pas de problème là. Le seul problème, c'est que la balle rouge est maintenant plus près du cochonnet qu'avant. So she pushed the first ball, pushed the red ball forward. And now she's going to try to push maybe one of her own blue forward. And there it is. Not hard enough. She's giving instructions to her sport assistant to decide the height of the ball on the ramp. the shot. So even if she's not creating any points for herself, she's definitely creating a wall for her opponent. So she tried a few things, it didn't work out for her, and now she's just piling it up in front. So her opponent definitely doesn't see the jack, and with two balls creating a block stacked up together, it is a lot harder to move. So her strategy here is to keep the score as low as possible. She still has an opportunity to push one of hers forward. Hopefully she can get a piece of the ball on the right and push it towards the jack, or at least closer in than the current red ball. So you see the work that's happening here, the vantage point of the athletes, what they see. Okay, and the sport assistant making all the adjustment, the communication coming from the athlete. Jennica is able to verbally tell her sport assistant what to do. They've been working together for many, many years. And so that must have been like one of her softer balls, and we'll see how much time is left for Jennica to play her last ball. And with the ramp players, sometimes, depending on communication, stress level, you will see some athletes run out of time. And if they do run out of time, the ball is just taken away, and they just can't play the last ball. So they have more time to play an N than the throwers, because they do require more time, because there's a lot more equipment adjustment and communication and all that stuff that happens in the BC3 category. Donc c'est ça, on vient de lancer sa dernière balle. Et voilà. Donc là, ça va être le tour à Ryan de venir voir le jeu. Et il voit que il y a de l'espace, là, mais il est bloqué. Il est vraiment bloqué. Mais ces balles sont dures. Il peut peut-être essayer de défoncer avec la première. Il va s'enligner. Vous avez vu que l'assistant sportif, elle doit bouger la rampe de droite à gauche parce que c'est son tour à jouer. Il ne peut pas laisser sa rampe en place quand c'est son tour à jouer. So when it's his turn to play, the sport assistant must move the ramp right to left. Don't need to be up and down, but definitely from right to left. So the readjustment it needs to be done between ramp. So it looks like the bottom of the ramp is really, really close to the floor, but actually it doesn't touch. So if you had to put a sheet of paper under there, it could pass, and that's why he can extend his ramp over the line as long as it's not touching the line. But the base of the ramp cannot be outside of the box. So I think he might be trying to come in to the right. The way his ramp is lined up, because he definitely has no room in front. So he says come maybe place one on the side and use it to come in behind. So that's what he is doing right there. So now I'll be able to use that ball as a new target. The jack ball is not visible to him, so definitely trying to use that side ball as an opportunity to come in. Yeah, so that's how that is going to be played out. See if he's successful at using that new target as for ricocheting inside towards the jack. So that's very, very good placement of a ball here. Donc, il a placé une balle à droite et derrière le jeu afin de l'utiliser comme une nouvelle cible. Donc là, il va utiliser cette balle pour sa nouvelle cible. Donc, pour essayer de peut-être, il va frapper cette balle-là doucement, mais là, il vient juste de se bloquer. Malheureusement, là, C'était une belle stratégie, mais la petite balle que Jennica avait placée en avant de lui, c'était un bon jeu. Il pratique souvent à créer des blocs. Ça a l'air pas, ça a l'air assez inoffensif, une balle en avant comme ça, pas de problème, mais oui, il vient de se créer un sérieux problème. Là, il a perdu son option à droite. On va voir qu'est-ce que Ryan va pouvoir faire. Donc, so now with that, hitting the block for that Jennica put up for him, he has now kind of, you know, hindered his chances of that strategy of getting in to the right. So he's going to go to the left. Still a possibility to go on the left side. He's got 2 balls. He can maybe now try to push that red one forward. Donc maintenant, il pourrait peut-être essayer de pousser sa balle rouge qu'il vient de placer. Si j'avais à parier, ce serait la stratégie à utiliser en ce moment. Ou bien l'utiliser comme ricochet aussi. Dépendamment s'il peut prendre un petit, pas la frapper directement, mais un peu sur le côté pour que sa balle puisse faire un trajectoire vers la droite. Un peu comme là, on utilise les stratégies de jouer au billard. So now he's going to play a little bit of a pool game by using this ball to ricochet in. Got on the wrong side of it. So it's just a push forward. But he's still scoring 1 right now, so anything he can get in there will be in addition to what he already has. Donc, il s'apprête à lancer sa dernière balle. He's getting ready to throw out his last ball. And see what the score will be after this one. No, not enough. Okay, so he worked it hard. He really, really worked it. Tried to get that ricochet going, but unfortunately, Jennica's block in front there, that short ball was effective and stopped him from being able to score more points. And okay, so Jennica wants to come out and see. Both athletes want to come out and see the score. And they're allowed to do that. Donc, chaque athlète a le droit, les 2 athlètes ont le droit de voir la mesure finale, le pointage final pour confirmer. C'est à eux de confirmer qu'ils sont d'accord avec le pointage. Okay, donc là, ils vont retourner. Ils retournent à leur boîte. Tout ce temps, les assistants sportifs ne peuvent pas se retourner avant que l'arbitre indique qu'il leur donne la permission de le faire. Donc, the sport assistants are not allowed to look at the play until the referee indicates, gives them permission to do so. So, because things can change, so until the referee says assistants turn around, there is no turning around. You cannot see the play. So, okay, so we picked up the jack ball. Will give us the score. Okay, 1 red is confirmed after the one. Ryan Rondeau from Alberta takes the lead here in the red team with a 1-0 lead. We're going to get ready for the second end, and where Jennica Gagne from Nova Scotia will be throwing out the jack ball. Okay, so Jennica is lined up her ramp or getting ready, and then the referee will give the jack ball to her sport assistant, and they're going to get ready to throw out the jack. Positioning the chair, then positioning the ramp. So she, I'm looking at putting an extension there. Like I said, the ramps have come a long way. We got all kinds of materials being used. The point is the ramps are getting lighter, more performant. As I explained at the beginning of the history of bocce, the ramp players were dealing with like heavy wooden ramps, PVC piping at the beginning, cut out and then a hollow. And now they're like, definitely there's people just designing these ramps for these athletes. They need to be lightweight when they carry them, transportation. They need to be sturdy enough, but lightweight. And now the athletes can see through them, so it's better, it's easier for them. So there it is. She's gonna go long, and that's exactly what she decided to do. Like, see what she can do with her first ball. Again, at that distance, if she's able to nail the jack, it's going to give Ryan a lot of work. Donc on va voir ce que Jennica va faire. Elle a lancé son cochonnet dans le fond du terrain. Et elle va maintenant se préparer pour sa première balle. Et si elle réussit à faire une bonne première balle, ça va vraiment rendre les choses difficiles pour son adversaire Ryan. Voilà, on utilise l'assistant sportif. Elle aide à mettre le guide. The pointer has to be lined up, so it's at that height. If it's too flexible, it's hard to push the ball. It's very, very important that the ball is not released by the sport assistant. So that's why she decides to take the ball away from the area so that it is not released accidentally by her. And there it is. So that's a decent first ball. I'm sure she would have liked it a little closer, but at this distance, depending on how many extensions that her opponent has, and if he's able to a lot of experience to play in the back of the court, we'll see what happens. But the jack is exposed, and if Ryan can get closer to the jack, it will be reversed right now, then Jennica will be on the defensive. Donc ici, la balle est loin, le cochonnet est encore exposé pour Ryan. Donc le joueur les balles bleues, il y a encore beaucoup d'ouverture pour lui. Et s'il réussit à mettre la balle sur le cochonnet, au plus près, à cette distance, ça peut être très dangereux pour Jennica. Et là, belle trajectoire. Et c'est réussi, je pense. C'est ça, c'est réussi, mais le cochonnet est encore exposé. Donc, Jennica peut arriver puis mettre sa balle sur le cochonnet. So the jack is still exposed. At that distance, it definitely is your advantage to be in front and as close to the jack as possible, because there are less options open to players that tend to play in the back of the court. Just a little less options, because again, the accuracy of the shot diminishes because there's a lot more floor traveling. It's harder to aim. At that distance, even if you're off by a centimeter, not even a couple of millimeters, by the time it gets to the target, you're 10 centimeters away from your target. Donc ici, c'est plus difficile pour l'athlète quand on joue dans le fond du terrain à être très, très l'arrivée sur la balle aussi précis. Donc, ça diminue la précision. On va voir qu'est-ce qui arrive ici. Et j'espère me tromper. Et ça, c'est excellent. Ça, c'est une très belle balle. Ici, comme je vous dis, c'était plus, là, on avait la bataille. Qui était pour le premier au cochonnet? À la distance ici, qui est le premier au cochonnet va avoir l'avantage. So, the first one to the jack, with this distance, has the advantage. And Jennica, at this point, has gained advantage over this situation. It's not over because there's still the possibility if Ryan can push that jack ball back and create a good situation. If he hits the jack and his red ball follows, we're looking at possibly 2 points for him. Donc on va voir ici qu'est-ce qu'il fait. Il pousse sa balle. He throws the ball. He pushes it now and he's a little bit on the right. All his shots have been veering towards the right here for Ryan. Like I said again, not enough speed to keep that momentum. You don't want too much speed, but he needs just enough to keep the ball rolling straight for him. And these balls tend to be, and I think that they handy light. They tend to just be very, very reactive to the floor. Donc, il se prépare pour son prochain lancer. L'autre est un peu court. On va voir s'il réussit à être un peu plus près maintenant. Ou au moins créer un certain bloc pour que... peut-être c'est ça, là. On essaye de bloquer à cette distance un petit muret en avant, là, à 1 mètre de la balle là, du cochonnet. C'est très, très difficile d'arrêter, de contrer contre ça. So he's, right now he's creating quite a decent block for Jennica so that she cannot score any more points. Because she doesn't, they're limited in how much they can move in that box because of the ramp, because of the ball box for the ball, and all that stuff. So right now, that's a nice, oof. Again, if he could just push that jack back with his next one, he'd be in a very good position. So that's his. That should be Ryan's next attempt. That's what I would beckon. If he's trying to do that, that would be a very, very good shot. Push that jack back, follow it with a red, and he would be in business. Donc, la stratégie en ce moment, là, si Ryan peut réussir de pousser le cochonnet puis faire suivre sa balle rouge, il sera en très bonne position. L'autre option, ce serait de rentrer entre les deux de façon assez forte pour faire bouger la bleue, puis pousser le cochonnet vers les siennes, vers ces deux balles. Donc, on va voir s'il réussit à faire ça. Et je pense que... Non, encore, il y a une tendance vers la droite. So he has a tendency of going to the right, even though it looks like he's lined up for the target. So we'll see what happens with the last ball. On va voir qu'est-ce qui arrive avec la dernière balle. Encore, je pense que faut qu'il mette une balle en avant, là, parce que Jennica est capable de bouger sa rampe puis rentrer à la gauche. Okay, so Ryan's got one last ball to do something here to protect, to either score or at least close the gap there. So here it is. We'll see. So he opts for the block. He created a big block for her, but again, she still has some space. If she plays it right, she can put a ball on the one side and use it. And from that vantage point, not sure, she might even be in full view of the jack. So Jennica has 4 balls to throw, so she has time to definitely do some damage here. So sport assistant again, like you see, there's a lot of equipment, a lot of things to adjust, and that's why it's time consuming. Because as soon as the referee indicates who's to throw the ball, the the time clock starts. So the timer starts. So that's you're taking 20, 30 seconds. There's 1 minute left. Jennica, say again, has 4 balls to throw, but if she can get here and score, then that won't be too, but not close enough because the red balls behind there are actually closer. So I'm worried that she won't have the time to get all her balls off. And the referee has to be ready. If it gets to the few seconds, he needs to be able to stop the ball. And okay, and indicated blue again, and we're not sure how much time is left, but there can't be that much time left because now she decides to. She probably has her last ball is a very hard one, and they have to act quickly. And the release. She has one more. And so right now she's just rushing through the whole format. I'm not sure if she's able to actually think about what she's doing. No, the time is finished. So she was not able to throw out all the balls. Again, because they're restricted by time. So she still scores 1. So she obviously has to concede the last one because the time ran out on her. But it looks like Jennica scores 1 more here. So after 2 ends, the score is 2-0 for Jennica Gagne from Nova Scotia on the blue team, and Ryan Rondeau from Alberta with the red will be getting ready to throw out the jack for the next end. So their athletes are complimenting each other on the shots. That was a very, very good shot. He is right. So the score is 1-1 after 2 ends. I gave an extra point to Jennica earlier, my mistake. But it is 1-1. That's official. Donc 1-1 après deuxième manche. Ici au championnat canadien de boccia à Victoria, BC. The bocce championship in Victoria, BC. We're getting ready for the BC3 category, Nova Scotia versus Alberta. We have starting the 3rd end. Ryan Rondeau from Alberta will be throwing out the jack ball and the 3rd end. So the referee now just gives the jack ball to the athletes, and they have the timer starts as soon as they get the jack ball, and they will be getting ready to throw the jack ball. Ryan will be pushing the ball on the ramp. Very important that the athlete releases the ball. And there it is. It's in play. It's good. It crossed that V line. A jack ball is in play. Now we'll see if what he does with his first ball. So it's in front, not hard enough, but definitely at least it's in front. That's a good thing, and it's in play. And so now we'll see what Jennica does with that. If she's able to shot shots possible, then she will be in a very good position. Donc elle va essayer de battre ce lancer. On espère qu'elle va utiliser juste une balle pour le faire. Ça c'est le but. Donc the ultimate goal is to use the least amount of balls possible. The shot. Okay, Jennica again is dealing with the clock. She overall tends to take a little bit more time to set up, and it cost her the one shot earlier. And she releases the ball. What is it? So this is, I call it the triangle, and it's always hard to tell. And when I had my couple of tries at refereeing, those are the shots I find hardest to measure. But it wasn't close enough, so Jennica gets to throw another ball. So a lot of work is happening between the sport assistant and the athlete. A lot of communication, clarification. Important is that everybody stays calm in spite of the time restrictions involved. Donc les athlètes, quand ils communiquent très bien avec leurs assistants sportifs, c'est toujours un peu stressant. Quand on doit dire à quelqu'un quoi faire, les consignes doivent être précis. Et sans trop de dialogue compliqué, ils doivent avoir une façon de communiquer qui est simple. Donc maintenant, la balle est libérée et encore à la même place. Donc c'est sûr qu'on doit faire un petit ajustement, mais il se peut qu'elle soit brimée par la balle rouge à Ryan. So she makes a little bit of adjustment towards the right so she can possibly squeeze in there. Unless that red ball is in her way, it's hard to tell from here. So she definitely is dealing with a ball that's a little harder. Lowers the release point on her ramp. And again, at the same spot. Something's going on. But she may have pushed her blue. Nope, not enough. Let's see. So Jennica is going to be getting ready to throw out her fourth ball. Hopefully gets in that hole there. That's the goal. See if she made the appropriate adjustment for make that happening. Now with 2 balls left, she may have created a block for herself. So we'll see if that's accurate or not. But maybe she also, I'm thinking it's far enough that it's probably going to be blocking Ryan more. At this point, that was the goal from that one. So if even one of Ryan's ball hits that block, it was a successful block. Donc, c'est Jennica, elle a mis une balle en avant de la trajectoire de Ryan dans le but de le bloquer pour les prochains lancers parce que maintenant, il lui reste une autre balle. Donc, on espère que ça ne va pas être une balle. Non, je pense qu'il en reste 2 balles. Oui, 2, excusez-moi. Il y en a une qui était en dessous de sa chaise, puis là, une qui est dans la boîte. Elle voit. Et, ouf, bon, elle a frappé. Avec ce bloc en avant, son angle vient juste d'être changé. On doit aller vers la droite. Puis, mais l'ouverture est fermée, là. C'est bon. C'est un bon lancer. The block is there. She has a block. She has 30 seconds left on the clock. She closed the gap. She put a ball in there so he doesn't have full access. She's in front. So, if she could have just stopped. So that ball's not in play. It's out of play, but that was good playing. So Ryan now is in the position of having to get in there. He has a block in the hole. He has a block in front of him. With that little ball that doesn't look like much of anything, but it really can be effective. So we'll see what he does. Definitely he's going to try to get on the right there because there's no use going through all that traffic and obviously risk pushing one of the blue balls ahead. So his strategy will be to place one on the side or possibly push his red forward. Definitely staying out of that blue traffic. Donc là, il va aller vers la droite. Il va essayer d'entrer vers la droite, vers le cochonnet. Il va définitivement essayer d'éviter tous les blocs qui sont devant lui. Donc, il ajuste sa chaise. Making some chair adjustment. Lining up. Everything's shifted to the right so they can use that side of the ramp. Of the court. Making some adjustments for the next shot. Et pousse la balle. He's going to get the release. He needs to release that ball. She gets to get her hands out of there. And so again, trying the right-hand side. See if he can use that ball to bring himself closer to the jack. I would have liked it a little closer to the jack, but still a decent ball. So he needs to be able to use it. He needs to be able to hit that in the front, and so it rolls. So use it as a ricochet. So he has lots of time to do it, and lots of balls left. Donc il lui reste plusieurs balles pour faire le lancer. Il n'y a pas besoin de faire beaucoup de points ici. On a besoin d'en faire. S'il peut en faire 2, là, ça va être dans une bonne position. If he can score a couple points here, it'll be definitely a confidence booster. So again, he went too far to the right. We need to get the balls in closer. So we're at neck to neck here, 1-1. Both players have scored 1. We're in the third end here of a BC3 category game against Nova Scotia and Alberta. Alberta in the red. He is currently getting ready to shoot his ball. Ryan Rondeau, and the blue, team of Jennica Gagne from Nova Scotia. At the Bocce Championship here in Victoria, BC, au championnat canadien ici à Victoria, Colombie-Britannique. Donc Ryan se prépare, un peu de difficulté avec son objet pour pousser la balle, mais là il y a réussi. Et encore à droite, trop à droite tout le temps. Il faut vraiment qu'il fasse du travail au niveau de sa rampe et son visu. Donc, on veut avoir la balle, c'est ça. Là, il vient juste de faire des ajustements. Parfois, c'est trop d'ajustements, mais là, il y en avait besoin beaucoup, là. Donc, lui, il reste 1 minute à jouer 2 de ses balles. Donc, il faut faire vite, mais on a encore beaucoup de temps. So, 1 minute to play, and he has 2 balls left. And if he could just get one of them in there on the right there, and he could score another point. So let's see how well he does. Again, I would very important that the ball is released by Ryan. Oof, that pointer is both of them have the same type of pointer, and they tend to be a little bit wobbly. And there it is. He was able to get that one in. So that was a very good shot. So let's see if he can do the same. And their release. There you go. There you go. He really adjusted that ramp and made a difference. He's just too shy. He was too shy. He didn't want to try to move that ramp enough. So you have to take the risk. If you got 3 balls that are totally on the right, you got to make some serious adjustments. Donc ici, il a fait les ajustements nécessaires pour ses 2 derniers lancers et ça a porté fruit. Mais ça y a pris du temps à réaliser. Ça doit être un débutant là, parce qu'il a pris trop de temps à réaliser que si tes balles vont à droite, on a un problème. Il faut ajuster tout de suite. Okay? No use trying to continue repeating the same behavior and expecting change. So that's just, with experience and confidence in knowing your equipment that happens. So let's see what the final verdict is. The referee is going to give the final score. So he's counting 4 right now. I think he needs to measure that blue to be sure. For sure. And he has to measure that far blue and that far red. Which one is closer? Yes, absolutely. No. And that one, yes. Definitely has to measure the closest blue to see what's in there. Donc, il va mesurer la balle bleue la plus près pour voir s'il n'y a pas la possibilité d'un point additionnel. Donc, on a la balle bleue. Il va utiliser d'autres choses, là. OK, on mesure. Donc là, on va confirmer 1. On va confirmer 2. Non, au-dessus. 3. Points. L'arbitre va confirmer 4 points pour les rouges qui apportent à la 3e manche le pointage à 5-1 pour Alberta. Donc, final score after 3 ends, 5 for Alberta, 1 for Nova Scotia. We are at the Canadian Bocce Championship here in Victoria, BC. Nous sommes au championnat canadien à Victoria. Nous sommes à regarder une partie en catégorie BC3, les joueurs de rampe. Il nous reste une manche dans cette partie. Et le pointage est, pour vous dire, les rouges ont 5 et les bleus ont 1. 5-1. Okay, so the athletes now are ready for the last end of this game in the BC3 category. Nova Scotia versus Alberta. It is Jennica Gagne from Nova Scotia that is now getting ready to throw out the jack ball. Donc, Jennica Gagne de la Nouvelle-Écosse se prépare maintenant à lancer la première balle, le cochonnet, dans cette dernière manche. En individuel, ici dans la catégorie BC3. Donc, elle décide de lancer la balle, encore le cochonnet, dans le fond du terrain. Elle a réussi la dernière fois de compter 1 point. C'est sûr et certain, quand on joue dans le fond du terrain, les chances de faire plusieurs points, c'est assez difficile, dépendamment si on réussit à mettre la balle sur le cochonnet. Donc là, elle va lancer sa première balle. So she's going to get ready now to throw out her first ball. Again, she scored 1 point last time at the long ball, and so she's going to try to see if she can change the outcome of this game at this point, at this last end, with the score being 5-1. But the further the ball is in the back, the harder it is to score a lot of points. So we'll see, depending on how well she does with this first ball. That pointer, again, both of them have been using the same pointer, and I find it's just a little pointer that has kind of like, it's very, very flexible. It has the little balls all along, and I just, over the experience that I've had, that these kind of pointers, they're difficult. They get all twisty, so we'll see what happens. Okay, here goes the release of the first ball, and it's a very nice first ball. Given the distance, it's in front, it's on the side of her opponent. Definitely she would like it closer, but it's definitely in a good position. So Ryan is adjusting his ramp, and he's going to make his ball selection right now to see which one he's going to use in order to make this shot. He's looking at probably using one of his harder balls. He's put the extension on his ramp to get more speed. So we'll see if he veers to the right, like he's been doing most of this game. So hopefully he can send. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. So he's closer. Very good shot on the part of Alberta here at Ryan Rondeau. So Jennica now needs to get in there and put herself in a better position here. She has a chance to get in closer to the jack than she already is. Again, what I notice with that pointer, the more bent it has, the less strong it is to push the ball. But it just needs a little tug and release, and good job. So, nice. Not enough though. Donc pas assez, elle a poussé sa balle, elle a frappé dans son... Donc elle a besoin d'avoir un peu plus de oomph sur la prochaine. Elle pourrait même aller viser la balle rouge. Maybe her new target should be that red ball. You know, so she goes and puts the new target should be the red ball. And if I'm thinking right, that's the way she lined it up. She should be. There's no use pounding on her block there. No use. That's not going to do anything for her. So she needs to get on that red ball. New target. Maybe she rolls in. Maybe she uses it and rolls in. So that's another strategy right now. So donc aujourd'hui, là, elle va essayer. Moi, si je serais elle, j'abandonnerais la balle bleue en avant. À cette distance-là, il n'y a pas assez de vélocité pour les pousser. Donc, sa nouvelle cible devrait être la balle rouge. Et j'espère que c'est ça qu'elle a décidé de faire. On va voir. Et de justesse. Donc, on va voir si c'est assez. Oh, ça, c'est encore mon fameux triangle. Il faut regarder la distance. L'arbitre doit décider. So the referee is checking to see. It's very tricky when if he has to measure. Okay, so that doesn't affect the timer because he decides to measure because it's hard for him to. Like I said, that's the worst part. Forms a triangle. Jack on the top. The two base is the two opposing balls. Donc les balles, c'est pas évident. Ça va être très 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 proche. Et moi, je pense, on va regarder ça encore. Je pense que c'est définitivement rouge qui est plus proche. Donc bleu doit lancer encore. C'est pas une mauvaise chose ça. C'est pas une mauvaise chose qu'elle doit lancer plusieurs balles. That's not a bad thing that she has to throw again because at that distance, the more balls she puts in front, the less chance he has to score. But Jennica needs to score right now. She needs to put in, to tie the game, she needs 4 points here to tie the game. So it's with 3 balls gone and none of them scoring right now. So the best she can do is push her blue forward, maybe create 2 points there. I'm thinking the best she can do is 3, and if she doesn't make this point here, Brian will be in a good position because this is the last end of this game. C'est la dernière manche, donc Jennica, faut qu'elle fasse un point ici et trop long. Donc elle a frappé mais est encore en jeu la balle, mais c'est trop long. She got a piece of the red, but not enough to stay in there. So right now she let's see what she does with this last ball. Maybe she gets in, maybe she pushes. It depends what ball's left there.
1 minute.
She's got 1 minute to play. Oh, let me see. She has 2 balls left. And with 1 minute, gonna have to rush it. And it's a dark game at this point when you have to go so fast. Too fast, gonna rush it, placing the pointer. It's stressful. Both people are very stressed right now. 30 seconds. So definitely something to work on. Definitely something to work on. And you know what? Look at her go. She was able to get it in there. Okay, so now she can breathe. So Ryan's going to come and see. Again, lots of traffic. He needs to start thinking about using his own red ball in it or get in the back because there's no way he can go through that block. Donc l'option à Ryan, c'est limité. Il y a beaucoup de balles devant lui. Il faut absolument qu'il joue à la droite, jouer sur sa balle rouge. Ou ici complètement à gauche pour rentrer de côté. Mais il y a déjà une balle rouge là. S'il peut l'utiliser, ça sera son avantage. So if he can use that, he can come and do a setup on the left, but right now he already has a ball there. And if he could, but it might be, again, he's at the advantage right now. She has 1. He's up by, he's got 5. So he's really just right now just trying to see if he can put some more points in there because he definitely has this game. Donc la partie est plus ou moins gagnée pour Ryan, mais il doit essayer d'en faire plus de points. Le différentiel est important. So he's going for point differentials here, trying to get more points on the scoreboard for himself, and also definitely building up for the next game. He's getting ready. Lined up the ramp, not choosing the ball he's going to use. And they have a system where some of the balls are numbered depending on And then the sport assistant can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll nod yes or no which one he wants her to use. She doesn't decide. The athlete must make those decisions for themselves. And any decision, referee, measurements, they all do. They play their own game. Just asked the referee what the score was. Went for blue. Okay, so we just wanted to know the score, just an idea. Didn't need any measurements because that takes up a lot of time. If the athletes ask for a measurement, it's on his time. If the referee offers measurement, then it's on the referee's time. Doesn't affect the time for the athletes. So 4 balls are live. He's got 2 more. Ryan has 2 more. See what he can do with this one. And there's the release. Oh, nice. Again, his balls are so hard that they hit a little something and they roll away. So you'll have to measure, but I'm thinking blue is still scoring. But that was a good shot. That was a good shot. If that ball wouldn't have rolled away so far, might have been able to score here. Donc, il a réussi à rentrer la balle, mais ces balles semblent un petit peu dures. Donc, ils ont frappé, puis elle a roulé. Elle est un petit peu trop dure dans cet instant ici pour pouvoir rester. Il roule. On veut que ça roule, mais là, si ça roule trop, c'est pas mieux. Et voilà. Dernier lancé de cette manche, de cette partie. Et non. Donc, c'est bleu a lancé sa dernière balle. Elle n'a pas beaucoup de temps qui lui reste. Et c'est juste une question d'exécuter le lancer en ce moment. Et c'est fait. Okay. Donc, ils étaient prêts. Bon, tous les balles sont lancées. L'arbitre va confirmer le pointage. Il hésite un peu, mais c'est probablement 1. Confirmer le tout. Les athlètes veulent venir voir les résultats de façon officielle. Ils ont entièrement le droit de le faire. À la fin de la partie, de venir confirmer la décision de l'arbitre. So the athletes have every right to come out and confirm the decision from the referee.
So it's this blue. This blue is for the that batch. Yeah, okay.
Et voilà. On va entendre Le pointage final de l'arbitre. Donc, avant que l'arbitre prononce les points, les athlètes doivent retourner à leur boîte, retrouver leur aire de jeu. So athletes must return to their playing area for they make it official. So the final score after 4 ends is Alberta 5 and Nova Scotia 2. Donc, la partie est terminée. Les pointages finaux, Alberta avec Ryan Rondeau, la victoire 5-2 contre Jennica Gagne de la Nouvelle-Écosse. Donc, félicitations aux deux athlètes pour leur bonne partie. Nous allons avoir une prochaine partie dans quelques instants. Donc, merci pour être avec nous. Cette production qui vient ici de le championnat canadien à Victoria, BC. Merci de nous joindre ici au championnat canadien de boccia à Victoria. Merci, au revoir.